we're looking at one of a different partnership that they do everything online, and we're seeing if there's a way that we could perhaps work with them. But we are a little bit hesitant of the idea of it just being at a cognitive level, and often being in it and being amongst each other and building that network. So far, we found that really works. So we haven't yet worked out how can we do that at an online capacity.
Right.
So at this stage, I'm afraid not. But hopefully, when you're listening to this in a year's time, things will be different. You need to look at our website.
Yeah, totally.
And things will have changed.
Yeah, it sounds like that immersion component is really important, and I've heard that from online students, even who are doing like their clinical mental health programs to become clinicians. They do all their classes online and their case consultations and staffings, but for a set period of time, multiple times, it might be 3 or 4 or whatever. They have to go somewhere on site for a week or a weekend, just so they can connect and learn what face-to-face counseling is like. And it sounds like this type of leadership development is in a similar vein, where you have to be present and feel each other's energy, kind of thing, to make it really stick. And so I totally get that. But it doesn't mean we can't do pop-ups remotely. Just because you're anchored in the UK or South Africa doesn't mean we can't have satellite operations in the States. So again, if somebody's listening and they want to launch this domestically here. I know we're international, so I could be talking to somebody in Cambodia. So if you want to launch it in Cambodia, go ahead and do that too. Or India. I know we've got a little bit of a following in India. You could, I'm sure Ann would be able to guide you in this. Is it okay if people reach out to you and ask questions to follow up?
Oh, it'd be lovely. Probably the easiest way to get hold of us is at info@rootstoresilience.org. Because then at least if I'm not able to get it, somebody else will, and we can respond a bit sooner. Mm-hmm. But yes, please do get in touch.
Yeah, and that's the number 2 in Roots to Resilience. We want to make sure we're spelling that correctly.
And roots, not roots, I suppose, is in the garden roots.
I don't know. Is it a crick or is it a creek? I don't know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Tomato. Well, you know what? I really appreciate your time this morning where I am, or this evening where you are. It means a lot to me and to Safiso. I know you call him Smiley because that's a nickname from back in the day. I'll get to tease him about that. He does smile a lot. For those of you who don't know Safiso, he smiles very big and very bright, and it's like 1,000 watts. So I could totally see how he'd have that nickname when he was younger and even older. So thank you, Ann. I really appreciate it. What can we send people away with? Like something encouraging, something inspiring, some major takeaway. How would you like to close this up?
Sure. That's a big question.
I know. I surprised you with it.
Yeah.
Maybe a favorite book.
I think Arthur Sharma's Leading from an Emerging Future. I recommend that. How do we move from egocentric to ecocentric? And this idea of us all being connected, not just as humans, but with nature as well.
Who's the author?
I think that would be a great book to read. I also think there's a word I heard a long time ago, probably, and I don't think it's really a word in English as such, but conscientizing. And just what coming to me at the moment is wherever you are, whatever you're doing, is to try and grow this idea of conscientizing. What are you actually doing? How are you spending your energy? How are you spending your time? How are you becoming aware of what's going on around you, the decisions you're making, and what is really happening inside of you? And if you're finding that that's all feeling a little bit disconnected, then look for ways to get a little bit closer and connect to that, because I am finding that people, the people that are coming in our programs, or the people I'm speaking to, our partners, there is definitely a trend in that people are acting from a place of consciousness and conscious of their actions, conscious of decisions, and that is making a huge difference to their overall happiness.
Consciousizing? Is that what I heard?
Conscientizing.
Conscientizing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who's the author of that book?
The Leading from an Emerging Future is Arthur Sharma.
Oh, he's the same guy with the U theory that you were talking about?
Exactly.
Cool. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
And if you're in a work setting, I recommend Patrick Lencioni's 5 Dysfunctions of a Team, because that's a way of becoming a bit more conscious of work sustainability, team sustainability. So that might be
five dysfunctions of the team.
5 Dysfunctions of a Team, yeah.
Okay. And do you know if those are on Audible?
Yes, I think. Yes, I listened to the Asa Sharma book via audiobooks. It has changed my life as somebody who struggles with dyslexia. It's been amazing to have somebody read books to me, and I can now learn so much more.
Right on. Yeah, we have a sponsorship from Audible. If you go to audibletrial.com/noggin notes and sign up for the free 30-day trial, they kick us a little money, and it helps to do things like buy actual sound equipment instead of a microphone inside of a wine box stuffed with acoustic foam. Yeah.
But I mean, let's face it, that's so much better.
It really is, because I mean, it's kind of our identity now. I mean, I started off using a lapel mic in my garage with a towel draped over my head to dampen the echo, and now we've moved all the way up to a wine box. Leaps and bounds.
But I think you're such a wonderful example of somebody who is trying something and doing something on what you feel so strongly about. And that's partly why I've been so attracted to what you and Satisa are doing. It's because it's conscious and it's meaningful and it brings purpose and fulfillment. And I love that.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much for saying that. That means a lot. Given that I've known you for all of 90 minutes, to hear that, it really means a great deal, because we do try to be intentional about what we do, and that's my favorite word in counseling is intentionality. Although I may have a new one now, conscientizing. But knowing why you do what you do really keeps you in control of your behaviors and your actions, and it invites a self-reflection too, which is what you're alluding to there. Increasing self-awareness, and we do try to push this out and help people, heal themselves. Because even though I run a practice where people come in and they seek consult from the quote unquote professionals with the licenses, it doesn't mean that people can't heal themselves on their own. And all this information doesn't do any good locked up in my head. I mean, I'd rather just see people get better and eliminate playground bullying and couples fighting in the grocery store, just make everybody just a happier place. And I don't really care if I make a buck. I've said this before repeatedly, I'll go tack up drywall for a living to pay my mortgage if it means I'm living in a happy society. So, I appreciate you saying that. It does, that really, that moves me. Thank you. Thank you for noticing.
Oh, cool. It's lovely. And I appreciate that also that you're allowing us to get our voices heard in different parts of the world, because I think there are so many people doing amazing things. And that's been one of the other things I've realized is just networking and partnering with all these wonderful people who are wanting to make a difference one way or another. I'm like, there are a lot of us out there. There's a lot of us. And we're all wanting to have this happier, better place. And it's so great that someone like you is promoting that, rather than what we would generally hear is just about the disasters that are happening in the world. So,
yeah, man. It's not like I keep hearing this. The world's getting worse. The world's getting worse. I'm like, I don't know. I think it depends where you look. And if you believe what you're sold through clickbait media, yeah, it's gonna seem like disaster and terror are lurking around every corner. But if you purposely seek out where the efforts are to change that, there's actually probably a considerable amount more good being done than evil. And I don't know, I choose to focus on that. So high five through the microphone across 9 time zones to each other.
Yay
us.
It's Indian. Covered it all.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you go. I know you gotta get to bed at some point, and I should probably go about my day. So thank you, Ann. I look forward to staying in touch and seeing what really cool stuff you bring to humanity through your efforts, and maybe one of these days we'll get to meet in person.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you so much for the time. It's been fun to rethink the stuff that I'm doing and get energized by what we do again.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Happy to do it. You have a great weekend. To our listening audience, thanks for tuning in. If you ever want to reach out to us, info@nogginnotes.com, info@zephyrwellness.org. And on behalf of the Noggin Notes team and the Zephyr Wellness family, we wish you all great mental wellness. Take care.